Unironically, at this point, I genuinely believe that right-wing activist groups are funding Just Stop Oil. There is no other explanation that makes sense. I mean, think about it. What gets people to be more against environmentalism than seeing their activists behave this way? Like, if you're an environmentalist and you're at the dinner table with your mother, and she goes like, "Are you an environmentalist?" After seeing this on the news, you'd probably be like, "Nah, me, no, absolutely not, no way." I mean, I do not associate, no. Like they're making their ideology to be toxic, unattainable. Again, like they're not protesting the government, they're not protesting CEOs, they're not protesting. No, they're protesting the people. Like they're protesting you. Okay, while Jeff Bezos goes around his yacht having fun, they are protesting you. While all the Hollywood actors are flying around their private jets, they are protesting you and your hobbies. Granted, though, the video gaming industry is actually responsible. Like, if you're, part of the hysteria and you're like, "Oh my god, the earth is ruined, we need to act now, Greta Thunberg," the video game industry would be the first that has to go. I mean, it's not essential. And even then, like when you think about a gaming computer, I mean, that is a beast. If you have like a 480 Ti graphics card and you have like a Ryzen 9 processor, I mean, that thing consumes a lot of power. And what's interesting is that you genuinely don't need such a gaming rig, because no video games that are coming out look that good that you need such a graphics card. I mean, what, like, are you going to spend $5,000 to look at this shit in high definition? Like, you want to see this shit in 8K? You want to see the Diablo character editor in 8K? No, you don't. Which is why you should be more humble with just a medium average graphics card. But, I kid. But the reason I do it is because I keep seeing a lot of video game journalists being like, "Oh, well, we're concerned about the climate, and this video game talks about the climate." And I'm like, you're a video game journalist. Your entire industry shouldn't exist if you were concerned about the climate. So it's a mockery to those people. But regarding the Just Stop Oil, I want to say, I talked about it on my stream, and this is something that a lot more people should internalize because it worked in Romania. It's how we stopped activists like this in Romania, and it's how you can stop activists like that in your country. You just need a little bit of solidarity. You need to work a little together, like apes together strong. And if you manage to do it, then these activists will go away, right? So what do I mean by this? Like, what do these activists want, right? Like, they want you to vote for left-leaning parties. This is why they're there. They want you to support the left. So by doing the opposite, but by doing literally the opposite of what they want, they get really upset. So let me give you an example. In Romania, we had a different type of activists at the time. They weren't for environmental issues. They were called the USR, United We Save Romania. And they were against government corruption. Okay. So these individuals decided to do similar activist tactics. Like, for instance, they would go onto a highly populated street and they would start walking on the crosswalk back and forth in order to stop traffic. And they would say, well, it's our right to cross the street. Like, we're on the crosswalk, we're allowed to do it. So you would just like walk back and forth. Now, at the time, my cat was sick and I had to take it to a vet urgently. And as I'm in the taxi, all of a sudden we're stopped by these protesters and we have to wait. And we wait and we wait, and the meter on the taxi goes up and up. Eventually I have to go out of the taxi and I have to go to the veterinarian on foot. It was very unpleasant, right? And these individuals created an inconvenience for me. So then I researched. It's like, who are these individuals? What do they want? Okay, which are the party that they hate the most? They hate the Romanian Nationalist Party. Now, I'm a person that doesn't vote. I mean, I didn't up until that point. And the whole thing was like, well, the European Union gets to decide what happens in Romania, and there's no real point of voting. But from that moment, I got invested, right? Because it's true, like, inconveniencing people works. Now, I did get invested, and I voted for the most far-right nationalist party ever, and I was very outspoken about it. I took pictures with my vote, I put it on social media, much to the dismay and horror of my friends. And they were like, well, how could you vote like that? Do you know what they want to do? They want to pull us out of the European Union. They're corrupt. And I was like, they blocked my road. I'm like, who did? The USR activists, they blocked my road. It's like, what are you talking about? I was taking my cat to the vet and they blocked my road. It's like, oh, so does that mean that you get to vote? They blocked my road, right? Like, that's how the conversation should go. You need to become a bigot. You need to become unreasonable. Their activists are unreasonable. You need to become even more so. There is no more conversation to be had. They blocked your road, period. Like, they caused an inconvenience, all right? Like, they stopped your Tekken tournament. You were enjoying it, and they stopped it. And because of that, you're going to buy a monster truck, and you're going to burn that coal, baby. You're going, and when someone goes like, why are you doing this? They stopped my Tekken tournament. It's like, oh my god, but the environment, but you're kidding us. My Tekken tournament was stopped. What do you not understand? Why are you not a reasonable human being? Where is your empathy? Right? Because like, the idea is, if they don't empathize with your issue, why should you empathize with theirs? Like, if your issue isn't important, why is theirs? And if many people behave like this, all of a sudden the activists go away, or they try different, more reasonable, more normal, and more civilized tactics where they do not protest the actual people. Like in Romania, the USR activists went away because more people like me existed, and more people that wouldn't have gone to vote all of a sudden showed up because the USR activists inconvenienced them in one way or another. And that is the way you deal with this. But, you know, it is what it is. And I genuinely believe that these individuals like PETA and like these guys and many others, they're creating more right-wingers than any other right-wing think tank. But the difference is that in the West, people are not as outspoken as in Eastern Europe. Like, people in the West just take it. But here in Eastern Europe, no. People would just take a a photo of their vote, and they would show it on social media. It's like, look, I voted for the right. Why? They blocked my road. Simple. Also, I rarely shill for myself. This is why I don't take sponsors. If I keep forgetting to shill for myself, how can I shill for someone? I'm shilling for myself, right? There is a pinned comment in the comment section which will take you to a place where you can get the best buyer's remorse on the internet. Like, unironically, you will regret it. You will feel remorseful. The moment you gave me like $5 or anything like that, you will instantly feel remorseful. So, I'll see you guys in the comment section and let me know what you think. Take care.